My name is Mark, and I'm glad you're here with me in this quiet space. Welcome to the Quiet Hour. There's nothing you need to do right now, nothing you need to figure out or fix. This moment is simply an invitation to slow down and to rest. If you can, allow your shoulders to ease a little, as if they've been carrying something heavy and are finally allowed to set it down. Let the muscles of your face soften, the jaw unclench, the brow grow smooth. Take a gentle breath, not forced or deep, just easy and natural, and then let it go without effort. There's no rush here. Time is not pressing in. You are safe to linger. If the light around you feels harsh, imagine it dimming to something softer, warmer. If there are sounds nearby, let them fade into the background like distant waves that no longer ask for your attention. You might be sitting or lying down or slowly settling into sleep. Wherever you are, let your body know it doesn't have to stay alert anymore. This hour is meant to be quiet, like the hush that comes late at night when the world finally exhales. It's a space to be still before God, without performance, without explanation, without words of your own. You are not alone here. You are gently held even now. Stay with me. We will move slowly, together, into rest. We will now listen quietly to the words of the book of Psalms, chapter 37. Let these words be heard slowly and received gently, as if they are being spoken into the stillness around you. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off. But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, into smoke shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth, and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy, and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. For the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful, and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil, and do good, and dwell forevermore. For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. As these words settle around you, there is no need to hold them tightly or to analyze them. Let them rest where they have fallen, like gentle rain soaking into dry ground. Psalm 37 speaks softly to the places in us that grow tired from watching, from waiting, from trying to understand why life sometimes feels unfair, uneven, or heavy. Perhaps part of your weariness comes from comparison, from noticing how others seem to move forward while you feel still, how some paths appear smooth while yours feels slow and uncertain. This psalm does not deny that reality. It simply invites you not to live inside it. Again and again, the voice of the psalm draws your attention away from what troubles the surface of life and gently turns it toward what endures beneath it. There is a quiet reassurance here that nothing truly escapes God's sight, not the injustice that frustrates you, not the delays that confuse you, not the moments when it feels as though doing what is right has gone unnoticed. God sees, and more than that, God knows the days of the upright, not just the outcomes, not just the endings, the days themselves, the ordinary ones, the difficult ones, the ones filled with questions. You may be carrying concerns into this night that feel unresolved, decisions that are still open, situations that have not yet changed. This psalm does not rush those things toward an answer. Instead, it keeps returning to a simple, grounding invitation. Trust, commit, rest, wait. These are not demands placed on you. They are permissions offered to you. To rest in the Lord is not to pretend that everything is fine. It is to stop holding everything alone. It is to loosen your grip on outcomes you were never meant to control. Waiting patiently does not mean standing in tension. It means allowing your soul to sit down instead of pacing. There is also tenderness in the reminder that falling does not mean being abandoned. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. You may think tonight about missteps you wish you could undo, about seasons where you stumbled or lost your footing. This psalm speaks quietly into that memory and says that God's hand was still there, holding, steadying, preventing the fall from becoming the end. And then there is that gentle line near the close, almost whispered after all that has been said. Mark the perfect man and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace, not noise, not striving, not endless effort. Peace, a deep, settled peace that does not need to announce itself. If your mind is restless right now, let this truth meet you where you are. The story God is writing does not end in chaos. It does not end in loss. It does not end in exhaustion. It ends in peace. Even if you cannot see how, even if you cannot feel it yet, you do not need to stay alert to make that happen. You do not need to watch the night for danger. The Lord does not slumber, and he does not sleep. You are allowed to rest because he remains awake. Let your breathing grow slower now, almost without you noticing it. As the night deepens around you, the words of this psalm continue to echo softly, not as instructions to follow, but as a presence to rest within. This is a psalm for those who have learned that striving does not bring peace, and that control is a weight the soul was never designed to carry. There is something profoundly gentle in the way Psalm 37 keeps returning to the idea of waiting. Not waiting with clenched hands or anxious thoughts, but waiting as one waits for sleep itself. You cannot force rest to come. You prepare for it, you welcome it, and then you allow it to arrive in its own time. Trust works the same way. It grows quietly when the soul feels safe enough to stop guarding itself. Perhaps tonight you are tired of measuring progress, tired of watching the clock, tired of wondering whether your faithfulness has mattered. The psalm does not ask you to prove anything. It simply reminds you that the Lord orders the steps of a good man, and that even the pauses are not wasted. Even the slow seasons are known. Even the unseen work is accounted for. As you lie here, maybe your thoughts drift to the fear of falling again, the fear of repeating old mistakes, the fear of losing what little strength you feel you have left. Listen again to the quiet promise hidden in these words. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, not because he is strong, not because he is careful enough, but because the Lord upholds him with his hand. That hand does not tighten in disappointment. It does not pull away in frustration. It remains steady, firm, patient. The same hand that ordered the stars now supports your small, ordinary life with equal care. Nothing about you is overlooked. Nothing about this night is insignificant. There is also a deep kindness in the way this psalm loosens our fixation on outcomes. It speaks of the passing nature of power, of success that fades like grass, of paths that look impressive for a moment and then quietly disappear. You are invited gently to stop staring at what is temporary, to stop letting it disturb your sleep, to stop letting it define your worth. Instead, your attention is drawn to something quieter, the inheritance of peace, not earned, not fought for, simply received. Peace that does not depend on circumstances behaving themselves. Peace that arrives when the soul stops arguing with reality and begins to rest in God's care. As the room grows still, imagine your worries settling like dust sinking to the floor. They do not need answers right now. They do not need solutions in this moment. They can wait until morning. God will still be there when the sun rises. He does not require you to stay awake to manage the world. You are allowed to be small here, allowed to be tired, allowed to let go. The night does not threaten you, it shelters you. And beneath it all, beneath every thought and concern, there is a quiet truth holding you steady. The end of the upright is peace. Not someday far away, but even now, even here, beginning to unfold as you rest. Let us turn now, very gently, toward prayer. There is no need to change your posture or to gather your thoughts neatly. This prayer is not something you must perform. It is something you are invited to rest inside like a quiet conversation carried by the night air. God of peace, we come to you slowly, without hurry, without pretense. You see us exactly as we are in this moment. You see the tired places we do not speak about. You see the thoughts that keep circling when the room goes quiet. You see the places where trust feels easy and the places where it still feels fragile. Nothing is hidden from you, and nothing about us surprises you. Tonight, we bring you our restlessness. We bring you the weight of comparison, the quiet frustration of watching others move ahead while our own path feels slow. We bring you the ache of unanswered questions, the tension of waiting, the fear that maybe we have misunderstood your timing. We do not bring these things to demand explanation. We bring them because you invite us to lay them down. You have told us not to fret ourselves because of what we see around us. You have reminded us that what looks strong today can fade quietly tomorrow. Help our hearts to loosen their grip on what is temporary. Help our minds to stop rehearsing stories that steal our peace. Teach us gently how to rest in you without needing to understand everything first. Lord, we commit our way to you. Not just the parts we feel confident about, but the uncertain steps as well. The decisions that are still unclear, the paths that feel unfinished, the places where we have done our best and still feel unsure. We place them into your care, trusting that you see the whole picture when we see only fragments. You know the days of the upright. You know this day. You know this night. You know how much strength it has taken just to arrive here. You know how tired the soul can become from being patient. We ask you now to let patience become lighter. Let waiting feel less like tension and more like being held. For those moments when we have stumbled, when we have fallen into discouragement or doubt, we thank you for your promise that we are not cast down. We thank you that your hand has been beneath us even when we could not feel it. We thank you that falling has never meant forsakenness in your presence. As we pray, quiet the places in us that still feel guarded. Silence the inner voice that says we must stay alert, must stay vigilant, must stay in control. Remind our hearts that you do not sleep, and therefore we do not need to remain awake to protect ourselves. You are our strength in times of trouble. You are our help. You are our deliverer. Lord, we ask for the kind of peace this psalm speaks of. Not a loud peace, not a dramatic peace, but a deep and settled one. A peace that does not argue with circumstances. A peace that does not require answers tonight. A peace that simply rests in the knowledge that you are good and that you are near. Hold us in this quiet moment. Let your presence feel close, not overwhelming, not distant, but steady and gentle. We are here. We are listening. We are letting go little by little, breath by breath. And as this prayer continues, let it become even softer, even slower, as though the words themselves are beginning to rest. There is no need now to hold on to every sentence. You can allow the meaning to drift gently, like a lullaby that does not need to be remembered to be effective. God of quiet nights and faithful watchfulness, we remain here with you. There is less to say now, and that feels right. You understand what goes unspoken. You hear the prayers that never formed into words, the longings that settled deep in the soul long before this moment. We trust you with those too. As the body grows heavier and the mind begins to loosen its grip, we thank you for being the one who keeps watch. While we rest, you remain present. While our thoughts slow and fade, your care does not diminish. You neither slumber nor sleep, and that truth allows us to finally let go. We release the need to review the day. We release the urge to correct the past or rehearse the future. Tomorrow does not need to be solved tonight. The path ahead does not need to be mapped in the dark. You will meet us there, step by step, just as you have always done. If there is fear lingering at the edges of the heart, we place it gently into your hands, not with force, not with urgency, simply with trust. You are kind to those who wait upon you. You are patient with those who are learning how to rest. You do not rush the soul toward peace, you invite it. Let the inheritance of peace spoken of in this psalm begin to settle now, not as something earned, but as something given. Let it flow quietly through the body, easing tension, softening thought, slowing breath. Let peace take its place where striving once lived. For those places still healing, we ask for your nearness. For those questions still unanswered, we ask for your presence. For those hopes still fragile, we ask for your gentle care. You are our strength, even when strength feels far away. You are our help, even when we feel small. As the night deepens, allow the soul to feel watched over rather than alone. Allow the darkness to feel like shelter instead of threat. Allow sleep to come when it is ready, without pressure, without effort. Even wakefulness can be restful when it is held by you. We entrust this night to you, just as we entrust our lives, not with a sense of finality, but with quiet confidence. You will still be here when morning comes. You will still be faithful. You will still be good. And now, there is nothing left to do, nothing left to prove, nothing left to carry. The words can fade, the thoughts can soften, the silence can deepen. Rest here, you are held.